Alright guys, what is up? My name is Sean Robert, and together in my team we have Suhal and Amos. Moving on to challenge 1. What we're supposed to do is to find the table of social security numbers, or SSNs present in the database and extract information. And the query type is in the select query and it's in the where clause. So what we're going to do is, rather than saying where name equals to Jack, for example, we're going to close off the where clause. So where name equals to nothing. And then we're going to do or 1 equals to 1. So what does that do is where name equals to nothing, which is 0 of the values, or 1 equals to 1, which is true for every single value, thus it'll print every value. Then afterwards we'll comment anything behind to remove any havings or group bys. Then we're going to inject that, and afterwards we can actually see that it's taking the username from the table in the first statement. So now what we actually have is the names of the users from the table, but the thing is that that's not exactly what we want. We want the social security numbers. So what we're going to do is that we're going to actually have to find out what tables are available in this database and what the structure of the database is. So one way to find out is that firstly we actually discovered that this database is a MySQL database. So this statement will only work on MySQL databases. What you have to do is you have to select the table names, table name from information underscore schema dot tables. So this is a select statement that will enable you to get all the names of the tables. But the problem is that we have a select statement followed by a select statement now. You need to comment out what's behind and the apostrophe. So one way to actually fix that that we learned in DBMS is actually the union statement, which will allow you to join two select statements. So now if everything is correct, we can try injecting that, and what we get is the name of all the tables in a database. So this is all the default or system tables that you see. If you actually scroll down, you'll find all the user created tables, and this is the name of the table that we should probably be looking at, along with the name of the table that we were using just now. So now we have the name of the table, but the problem is that we don't have the name of the columns that we can get the SSNs from. So one way to actually get the name of the columns in MySQL is you need to say union select column underscore name from information underscore schema dot columns. Is it columns? Yes. And other than that, you also need to say where, well, we're only looking at one specific table, so we're searching where table underscore name equals to SSN. Now let's inject that, and what we get is the name of the two columns that are in the table of SSN. We have the name of the person and we have the SSN of the person. Now the last and final step is we need to actually see the SSN itself. So what we can do is union select SSN from SSN, and then you can just remove this. So let us see what we get. So we get the social security numbers of each person, but the thing is that we don't know which social security numbers these values correspond with, or to which specific name that these SSNs belong to. So what we're going to do is we're going to select name from SSN, and we're going to inject that. Now what you get is you get the names, and the corresponding position of the name will also be the same as the SSN. So the first SSN just now would belong to Wang Dak Slob de Goob, and the second SSN will belong to Herb Derper, and so on and so forth. So that is actually how you get the social security numbers from the database. And the actual table itself will be shown, the table of the SSN and the corresponding name will be shown in the write-up. Thank you very much.